I give you my heart.
Hey everyone, my name's Andy and I'm a two-time cancer survivor who is doing this vlog to sort of give out information and just tell my story so others can take what they need from it, because there's so much to be taken from it. And yeah, I really hope that you take something from today's video, which is about addiction to medication, leading on from the previous video. And yeah, let's get straight into it, and I hope that this is really helpful to some of you. Alright, peace. So today's video is basically me asking myself the question, what happened when I went to see the doctors about reducing off of the hydrocodone, because that's the main one that I was physically addicted to. That I'd managed to stop all the rest, but that was something that I just couldn't. I'd reduced down, and I was taking the normal amount. But yeah, let's get into it and find out what the doctors did to help me. So yeah, I went to the doctors, and we sat down and I explained everything that's been going on with me taking loads of the medication, and I said I'd need counselling to deal with what's happened. I've been numbing. I'd worked all of this stuff out in my head already and reached the point where I was ready to get help and come off of it all. I asked what would be the process of taking me off of it, and he said to me that they wouldn't deal with it. Basically, I would have to go to a drug and alcohol service to get more in-depth support, because it was an opiate. I think that's just how the system says, send them to the drug and alcohol service when they put in the problem. I don't know, but that's what they did for me. And they booked me an appointment, and I can remember it was on a Wednesday, and I got the train to the town where it is, and I went in for a one-to-one chat with a prescriber and a drugs worker. They sat me down in this room and started talking through this great process, all the help that they can give me, the support, like one-to-one, there's group therapy, there's all sorts of stuff. And in my head I'm thinking, this is it, this is what I need. Yes, this is going to help me to get my life back as well as get off of all this stuff. And it sounded great. And then they said the only thing is that you have to go on to methadone. And in my head, just alarm bells started ringing. I'd already been warned about this when I said to someone that I was going to the drug and alcohol service. They said, don't go on to methadone. And I didn't really know what it was. I'd seen it in Train Spotting, I think, and I knew that it was to do that. But yeah, I freaked out, and I was like, I don't know about that. I need to go home and talk to my mum and my friends and stuff, and just get some advice, do a bit of research. And I just totally freaked out about going onto methadone, which is understandable considering. Oh, sorry, I got bad legs. Which is understandable considering what I'd been told about this drug methadone. It was unreal. So anyway, I said to them, look, can I have like a bit of time to think about this? This is quite a big decision to make, just on the spot. I've got brain damage. I have difficulty understanding things. I need to go away and process this and have a think and make my mind up whether this is the best thing to do. So the drug and alcohol team, after me asking, they said, tell you what, we'll give you a week, and you can come back and we'll get you started if that's what you want. If not, then we can't help you. I was like, okay, right, I've got a week to think about it, that's okay. I'm going to take this seriously and really see what my options are at this point. And yeah, I walked out of there thinking that there was a bit of hope, but then there was this sort of black cloud looming over it that was going on to methadone, which I just did not want to do. But unfortunately, I got the train home and I had to go and pick up my prescription of dihydrocodeine from the doctor's surgery. It was right by the train station, so I thought I'd just do it like that and it would work out well. On my way home I could just pick my prescription up, and I went in and I spoke to them and I said, Andrew, I pick my prescription up, and they went, there's no prescription here. You've been signed over to the Drug and Alcohol Service. They've taken over your prescribing, and you're going on to methadone. I was like, no, I've been given a week to think about it, and I've not made any decision yet about whether I was going on to it. But that was taken out of my hands. I don't think they'd understood what I was saying either. I should have really had someone with me, but I was stubborn, and like I was the whole way through, I just didn't really, I don't know. That's a hard one to think about. Maybe I'll touch upon that. I'm gonna note it down. But yeah, back to addiction. So yeah, I couldn't believe it that I basically had no other choice but to go on to methadone now, because I couldn't get to hydrocodone. I was freaking out what I was going to do because I didn't have any dihydrocodeine to get me through until my appointment where I'd go on to start my methadone prescription. So, and I phoned them up and I couldn't get anything sorted. They said, no, you'll have to come in and do this medical on the following week, and that was it. I was left with no medication, and I didn't know enough about it. But the hydrocodone, it only takes about 7 days to do your withdrawals, to go through the withdrawal symptoms. Methadone is 4 weeks. That's just to get through that, and then it can drag on for a lot longer. It really can. It's a really horrible, nasty drug, and I'll get more into that. I think I might just try and find some information about methadone to share, because it's something. This is why I said in my last video about when you get offered when you get told that you need to take this medication, ask about what is the plan. Have a plan in place, because I didn't, and I just spiraled. It wasn't like, yeah, I had a choice. I could say no, I don't want to take those. I had to take them. The addiction had already set in, and then by the time I'd figured it out, it was too late. I was well into addiction to the hydrocodone. My body was fully addicted to it. I needed it to function. I'd get ill if I didn't take it. So I was freaking out, thinking I'm going to be ill. I don't know how long for at this point. I didn't know what I've just told you. I went into like panic mode. I think I kicked off and shouted and, you know what I mean, made a scene and then left. And luckily and this is not good, I managed to get hold of some dihydrocodeine to get me through until I had to go to the drug and alcohol team. But if I hadn't have done that, I'd have been really ill, and I'd have probably been pretty much done with my withdrawals, gone to the alcohol and the drug and alcohol service, and then gone on to methadone anyway. And so either way, I think I was going to end up on this methadone. Like when I said to the doctor that I'd go there, that was it. I'd signed it over to them. They sent an email saying he's coming over to you, sign you off onto them. And that's the cracks that you can fall through, rather than getting the support that you need, because there is other ways of coming off of medication like that. And also, I think when you finish chemotherapy, they should look into stuff like that. There should be something in place, a rehab sort of system, where you get rehabilitation off of the medication and what you've been through, and also some sort of physiotherapy, because I was, yeah, like I've said, there was nothing, no muscle to me. I was swollen up with fluids and chemicals that they pumped me full of. But yeah, I got wheeled out of the hospital. Anyway, let's stick to the addiction side of things. So yeah, I managed to get the hydrocodone to keep me going through the week, which yeah, without, I don't know what would have happened. I potentially could have ended up using other drugs to get through and causing myself more problems, but I didn't. Yeah, I ended up going in a week later and having a medical review, getting put onto methadone, and that was the start of my journey with the drug and alcohol service, which I want to get into as well, because I think it's important to tell you what you could be expecting if you do start to do what I did, and not talk about things and start to cover up everything with medication, which is easily done, and so easily done that you probably won't know you're doing it for a while. And then when you do know, it's too late, because your thinking's already changed to the point where it's you've got that monkey on your shoulder teasing you, like saying, go on, make you feel better, just take an extra one, it'll be alright, just an extra one, you've not got as much of a tolerance as you did, so one more will be alright. And that's how it starts. And then you end up suddenly at the point where you're going to the drug and alcohol service. So I'm going to leave it there. Next week, Tuesday, I will be uploading another video on my journey with addiction to medication. I hope that this video's been eye-opening and giving you some sort of knowledge of what to do and what not to do, and just what could happen if things do go that far. And fingers crossed it doesn't, but if it does, whatever you do, try everything you can before you accept going down that road of the drug and alcohol service, because what you'll find out in my next few videos when I talk about going there and stuff, it changes your thinking as well, and you start to see yourself as an addict, and you're someone who's been through severe trauma, and you know what I mean, you accidentally figured out subconsciously that you could use medication to help you to get through something that anyone would struggle to get through. So if this sort of speaks to you, don't beat yourself up, don't feel bad. You're awesome, and it doesn't change you. You can get through this, and if you need any support or advice, hit me up, drop me a message, just say yo, and or hit me on my Facebook page, Andy Cancer Journey, or you can email me cancerjourneyandy@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you there. If you know what I mean, keep it private and see what I can advise you with. I just really want to make sure that no one goes down the path that I've been down and am still going down now. but I'm kind of on the up, and yeah, I don't want you to be in that down ever. All right, lots of love, peace out, stay strong in here as well, everyone. Yeah, you're all, seriously, you're all amazing, and thank you so much. And if you could show your support by hitting the subscribe button and changing the little bell notification to all, so you get updated, because I'm going to be doing a positive quote every Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, sorry, and then Tuesdays is going to be addiction, and Thursdays is going to be talking about what's going on with my testosterone and things like that, and how having a scare. There's going to be regular updates every 5 days a week, hopefully. Alright, so if you do that, you'll get updated. You don't have to wait for anything. You'll just ping, there you go. Oh, click on it, watch, hey, sorted. Alright, and give it a thumbs up. Peace.